I'm so slow. This is a fun dungeon. fuck is that thing? Nice. Yay. Alright, got it. Yeah, I expect danger, but not hellspawn, bleed nightmares, mere flesh. Didn't stop you and your soulmates, then that's some crew you got to with no stake. Any chance you have that, muscle? You again. Doing. What the hell is that cat? That cat scares me. Don't get a tongue cut over the bloody hell. This is getting weirder by the. I'd rather take my chance with the patty puss than stay here. You can spend when you're dead. You either follow the furball or make friends with the spell-slinging void prince. Your choice. I've had meant to make a living. I say run. Cat scared the hell. Oh, the ghost ship. And it's open. The ship breaking apart? What? Is he trying to bring her down? That ain't good. The voice is attempting to annihilate the dimension of displacement. The gate cannot possibly be large enough. God, how many tricks does this ship thing have? It's perfect. It takes it beyond our reach. Alright, why do we have more guns? Well, this thing's here. Let's get back to solid ground. Well, solid as it's supposed to be. As a child, here's a wood that I've had. So hard to anticipate but the loot and no mistaken. At least we made out of one piece. As a captain, I'll say you can't spend it and you're dead. What kind of cat is it anyway? And what was it doing on that ship? I grant you, here we all are, and with our bits still attached. I call that a foaming flagon of... Hold on, are we missing someone? Did I tell you Tata to wait us here? Never fear, we've kept keeping the girl company. But enough about her. Did you see the Kenan on that ship? As you know, my dear lover, I'm not easily moved, but with the sheer power on display set me all quiver. Well, I hope you're content to admire it from afar. That vessel ain't for the likes of you and me. Do not presume to measure me by your own limitation. Besides, I believe I've shown how resourceful I can be. What brings me nearly to the point, you have in your possession a device capable of tracking the ghost ship. Hand it over, or your engineer shall suffer the consequences. Perfect. A compass pointing away to just reward. A weapon like that belongs to the hands of one of with the will to use it. Come on, lads. Business here is concluded. Okay, then they caught me off guard. You get a bang on your head or something? The man I know would never give in to a scum without a... What did you do with that compass? Oh, me not. Besides, slipping a link pro in the casing, like haha, so long as Brenda keeps it closed, you can be damn sure she will. We know exactly what the thieving bastards are planning. Anyone care to wager how long it'll take her to notice my little gift? Impressive. That's very clever of you, but you proposing to stop her from getting their hands on the derelict and its great big cannon. I ain't working on that part yet, but I expect it'll start with us keeping a close eye on the talents. So I got questions we need answering. You wish to know more about the Void Ark, the ghost ship as you call it? The Void Ark? Well, that's the proper name. I'd like to hear whatever you can tell us, but am curious to hear it. Ere we continue, however, I insist you address me as the proper name. Kai Sith. I will not respond to puss or cat, and more delicately not furball. You are scaring me. My tale begins long ago in the city of Mark, which once stood in the lands of XIV. The sorcerers of Mark were mastering of destructive magics, and they brought that terrible power to bear against Ambrator and Nif in the War of Magi. The titanical forces that unleashes, however, took a heavy toll upon the land, ultimately resulting in a colossal flood that drowned the realm of Eorzea, a catastrophe which my master, the High Void Mage Caesar, was wise enough to foresee. Wait, the colossal flood? Are we talking about the 6th Umbra calamity? I suppose you would know as such. Now where was I? Ah yes, we've learned the fate of the Lalafels. Awaited them that Makti Magi began construction of a gargantuan vessel that would bear their people onto the skies for safety. Operation of the Void Ark, as the ship is called, was entrusted to Caesar. Prior to that, of course, my master has been a prisoner in her own home, confined to her outspoken be a sanctuary. But how did it came to be so? I mean, what happened to all the people, and where did all the voices come from? And by what power do you imagine such a massive country off? The energy required to raise the Ark was siphoned from 1,000 otherworldly servants sealed within the vessel. Advances in Mahak sorcerers were made for one reason, and one reason only: calamity, destructive power, and the swiftest, most dangerous method of acquiring the power is through enslavement of void-sent entities. So the creatures of the derelict, they broke free for your master's control. Well, that was kind of a bad. At the very heart of the Ark, the Void Magic have entombed the great ruler of Void-sent, crafted the Shadow Queen. In order to control some potent prisoners, the magic was required to begin Mahak, being a sorcerer. Caesar was deemed best qualified, where it was otherwise my master might have been released from her own imprisonment. Caesar be subjugated. Once another, the lesser Void-sent awakened, ran rampage. In the end, Caesar and the 53 Void Mages avoid the Ark, sacrificed their own life energy to return to the fiends to their coffin, leaving me and a lowly familiar to watch over the derelict prisoner. Right, the stuff you described happened more than 1,500 years in the past, which is a good while by anyone's measure. But since everything seems to have been quiet on board your boat till recently, I'm thinking something unusual must have happened to wake the inmates up. Am I warm? One day the voice had just taken the ship that flew to the ship. At first it was a little more than a nuisance that I brushed away, but the longer it remained on the Ark, the stronger it seemed to become. Eventually I could not contend with its power and began shattering seals after seal. That is not. You have faced this bat winged thing before, it would seem. Then that creature survived the encounter, and he attended to celebration his restoration. Yeah, I faced that thing before. That explains the scepter one, namely where the queen's coffin went. After it fell out of the ship's belly, I assumed that it didn't just disappear, right? You recently called me. Ripped in the sky. That was the void gate. Such a portal opens a temporary path to the void, allowing the ships to travel almost instantaneously from one location to another. The voice sent, as you saw, opened a gate large enough to display a coffin. As for the coffin destination, however, it has much mystery to me as it is you. You conquered the Ark. Help me find the Queen's coffin. Bear the wards by binding scratches. Smells like an adventure, and who knows what ancient Mahak treasure we stumble on the way. God knows that'll make a nice change for all the elegant tombstones we're being collected. Well, I'll help you, and I'm not risking my hide forever. You understand it, but if I'll be damned if I let red-handed that wing take the freedom of the skies from me. You care only to how you might be inconvenienced. If the Shadow Queen were to run out, it would be dire consequences for the entire star. Count your blessing, Furball, and said we'd help, didn't I? We go rush into such coffin. You desperate man. You might as well get back to your usual heroic employment. I'll let you know if anything around mates again. Time is 9, as your talents. Soon will receive control of the ghost ship and all its power. Through the skies from here to the end of the world. Out to Ishgar, back you down. Remember, and Master, you've been working with our plan is to find Diablos and the Queen Coffin. I've been working on voices, sightings, and some from pirates all over there, and so we know the Batwing bugger is somewhere place in the sky. We do not know exactly where, and when about a point location, you'll find the feelings are bickering over just how. There's a way you can spend a moment to use their. Besides all that, you know, you could have another hand in the search. Come up with the Perak as soon as able. Know where. Right? Therefore, worse than alive. I see those boots. The captain and the captain in this fish. Alright? I believe there's another good. Coffin, then you best turn around by walking out here. Just before we turned, I moved the star as month-old alcohol. Therefore, only this help us at your request. I might add, you deserve to hear where we. The search is giving me ulcer, is what it is. By all reports, Diablos is lurking somewhere in the heaven, building up his forces. The sky is a vast dome, and high as the ocean deep. We're not the pirates to scour every damn floating rock. That's why I tried my luck with Radia. You remember her, don't you? Captain of the Talons, blonde hair, one eye, stole our bloody compass. I've been eavesdropping the link point and slipping to the catch at home. All I've heard from her and her starry crew is snoring, grumbling, rapes about the Archer. In the end, it seems we have no choice to do as a hard way, but a crude annoyance refuses to acknowledge the truth of it. We cannot possibly hope to investigate the entire with the meager handful of ne'er-do-wells. I finally might suggest to seek aid from a fellow pirate gang, a perfectly reasonable one under the circumstances. And so, we seemed on the faintest idea of how the Sky Pirates operate. This scenario, we'd be locked into dealing to hand over any treasure we find, and that assuming we weren't laughed out of the room to begin with. I assume that every man and woman shares your base morality. If we but made an attempt, I'm sure we can convince some few of the nobility of our cause. We proceed as we tackle things, so we head along ahead. I'll see if I can. You might as well head back to your adventure, unless you're willing. So Chief has been mumbling about the void are cursing, and the breath might as well provide some creatures in the sea of clouds. Yes, well, I should rather discuss the properties of void as then continue this debate. I shall. But we spend years on But I've been spending my time learning how to do. Thankfully, it seems I mastered enough basics. Perhaps I might contact with some pirates without this message. Let us first. We told myself regarding the water, causing a snowstorm. Thank you, Alpha. Alright. I feel so much better now. You had the misfortune of entering my field of view, just as I felt the desire to squeeze something for him in a hurry. It is a damnable ecto compass. I made another one, you see, identified in all respects as the first compass ever. Look, the point of the compass is completely different direction. Where I is currently be. I understand what I did wrong. I used the same. That would be infuriating. And you were certain there are no flaws in the design of the material. Also, I torqued the adjustment and replaced every single piece, but its reflection ended. I'm on the verge of tossing the last thing over the edge. What do you do? I'm inclined to agree, judging by your previous work. It would seem unlikely the compass is defective. You must consider other factors. You explained the principle of it all comes down to its signature. It discovers as the void rock is encompassed in an energy really particular in composition, by seemingly tuned the compass to follow its unique trail. Energy of appreciation. Propelled by the siphon energy of voicing, could it be that the compass was tracking another, not the vessel itself, but the aether of the prison was the explanation why the compass knew point in the direction. After all, the Elvis and the Shadow King are no longer on board of the Ark. Are you implying that if we plotted our course based on the reading, we would arrive at the demon's doorsteps? Just so, Miss Utatu. Assuming my theory is correct, we will no longer require outside assistance to pursue. I don't believe I want to risk we just. Alan's airship has been spotted on the road to our nest. It is revenge. They are looking for us. Let's head back to them. Why have a talent country? This. Repeller. I don't think they spoil for a fighter. Bruce Rebel, we need help to save Captain Ridley. You're one of Rariel's favorites. You threaten my crew, steal our compass, and you come for help. What kind of unholy mess have you? We took your damn compass, but it didn't show us to the ghost ship. We ended up in some moldy old ruins lousy with voice scent. Before we knew it, some sort of spider demon was knocking our ships out of the sky, and two of us managed to pull away, but we saw what happened to them and got caught on the ground. If the captain survived that massacre, she's stuck there with no wings to fly out again. Why don't you give it a link for a listen? That might be as well we can learn. Can't hear a blasted wait. They're after. Damn demons are searching. Hide. Then there are a bunch of streams. The rudder is still kicking now. Who knows how long? Those screams were an act, then consider me fool. I don't think the Talons are laying a trap here. I'll have a mind to leave myself in, but I never turn back on an adventure, especially when the scent of treasure is in the air. Now tell me where you found these ruins. You will help us? You're a good man, Rebel. We left the captain and the Yafum's Saltmoor, just northwest of Mordana. You say, and you speak of the ruined shell of Mach himself, by Charlotte's black heart. Can they be after the Nullstone? Sav, you think you know what the... That the Talons are patched up these. They have red meal ready to fly. They don't spare oil. You may... Bring the fur to my quarters and we'll have ourselves a chat about the... And the others will see I should spend as much when I learned it. They're better friendly with talent, but they don't mean we can't sit back like them. Oh god. I'm speaking of nothing. I first explained the method by which magic person would bind the voices. The voices the more difficult it is to manifest its presence in the world. Their only immense strength weighs them down like the anchor, you see, preventing them from breaking the surface of our dimension. That is why they cooperate with mortal sorcerers. A mage can provide a subtle vessel to summon a rip large enough a black hole fabric of reality for entering the voices through. The mages forces the voices to agree to a pact in return for invitation to our world. That is correct. It would seem that being foolhardy to accept such a devious and malevolent creature will abide by the spirit of even the most Oxley's device that would more secretly bind the voices to their will, a safeguard of sorts. That is the best of my knowledge, yet in tune with the was seen as a last resort. Should the voice then break this pact and turn to its summoner, the mage can use this relic and disperse the very essence of even the most potency into obliterate it completely. I can see the royal of the void trying to retreat like that. These sorcerers were just as ruthless as the monsters summoned us. Yes, and when it came into Glamarca, the end justified the means. In any event, we can be certain that the Diablo seeks to secure the Nostra before it falls into Moorhead, and thereby ensuring that the task will reign unopposed. Alright, we know what the field is after all. But I don't understand the survival that was left beyond the mages of the colossal flood. The value of the very recent day choose not to risk its location. The nullstone is kept to find constructed for the purpose to secure behind powerful wards protected by Divine Guardians. And yet, with the rising of the waters, the reason of the artifact would be sunk to the far beyond the reach of vengeful voice. Now that Euphemia is more swamp than sea, the demons have the ward in the garden to deal with. I don't think they'll be wasting their time there if the mud didn't have some tricky. There's a race to see who nabs the treasure first, which is just the sort of contest Sky Pirates look for. Go to the ruins and pinch the relic and rescue Ryder before. I suppose that we could save her. We'll be poking around for loot. I'll grab a new compass from Ula and you should know where we're going. Check your weapons and pack any small coats and meet Lenny ready to fly. Ah, that sounds fun. We all do need to rescue Captain Redelia from a mob of nasty voices and retrieve the dangerous artifact from the Kenan ruin. DDA. I directed to Yevim, and once we arrive, you just forge ahead without the band of adventurers dynamite. Just slice them through the original. We don't want to risk any knock on head. It would be best to land a head on the foot. The furballs, we don't know a place well enough to guide you, so me and the rebels will fall behind just the country on smashing the path. Check. To let the guards in place. There's likely golems far worse than fiends outside. We want our heroes. Reaping the city of Our path and red bills will fall behind us. There's a video and wherever shiny bulbs we can get our hands on. Eat arachnids. I like how they did this now instead of the whole like really long list. Come on, please. Let's double check where I am at. Not through the Ouch. That's not on my head. Alright. Next photo. How far now? He says there's like 4 more left. have no idea how to survive that with 2 healers down but headed. I don't think the healers know the mechanics, which is going to be a problem. I would pretty much research this mechanic before I know. Yeah, team. Jeez, I'm in the middle. Not easy, man. Spread out, A left, A right, A in the middle. Just put a quick markers, I don't know how to do that shit. Yeah, the one marker isn't completed at all. Nice. Hey, that should help, because I'll just fall. Yeah, I had no way of surviving that. Yeah, got him! Most crazy fighter. Bijou! Yay! Nice speed. This is the heart of the ruins, eh? You've done a fine job dismantling the defenses. I only wish we could say the same. Yes, but radiant talents were nowhere to be found. It's quite distressing. We must focus on claiming the prize at hand. Millstone is ours. You left me such an innovative thrall of destruction to follow. Well, if this is an adventure I have so long to dismember, praise Lord Diablos for his opportunity. I shall give him his head in gratitude. And speaking of gifts, I brought a present to celebrate our gleeful reunion. It's the love that you've been so desperately seeking, isn't it? Unless you wish to see her, and you will hand over the nullstone. I am care about her. That woman did not but give us grief, and I just thought the crow over her grave. Don't give me that look right there. What? You thought I was going to here to save your hide? You've never been but an obstacle to me. Do you remember the first time we met? You were rowing to the left at the side of the Allegan relics until I used your pretty blonde hair as a step. I shouldn't need to act any different. If I had my weapon, I would have blown up. You've forgotten how awful your shot you are. Not much of a threat when I've seen you miss his side of Kenan 10 yalms. Silence, you grinning fool. You ruined my moment, and now I'll ruin your smirking face. It's not your stage, unholy Hurricane. Be gone from our own. A clever face, mortals, but the show is not until you scream. The bird got away, and I think we best to do the same. I received a no stone's hour. That all read forever, did it not? But enough of beautiful folly. I must say that is 100 times by now. Now that's an excitement, wasn't it? Probably a little too much already, but we gave her a bed off, sleep off, or worse. It was likely to be back to usual. Quite a successful jaunt, I told her. You and me, we did a pretty good partnership. I got words for you, but you said the relic would obliterate voice and completely. Seems to be that Flavius Fiend just got scorched before he slipped away. Oh, that was scarcely the fraction of the Nelson power, true power. Once I learned how to unleash its full potential, such demons shall be consumed by gnats caught in a bonfire. You're telling me your secret weapon ain't ready for battle? You might as well be wielding a blunted sword. Might I remind you that blunted swords stung our foes sufficiently to free the lady pirate. As a result, we could not have achieved without your blustering words alone. I was ready to flee without Redia if it took a turn for the worst. But you're right. You had a presence of mind to take advantage of my bluff, and it was your actions that saved her in the end. Receive a blow to the head when we were in Mahaka. I could have sworn he paid me a compliment. I'll be waiting a while before radio lasts for long. You just got time to flit away on some adventure. Come join me in the quarters. I'll ask if you catch her as soon as she's ready to talk. If I can have a pleasant experience being dragged around with a nasty feet, alright, let's go on to Captain's Quinto. She wrote, come. Where's the rest of my crew? Surely there were other survivors. Yeah. What drove you to risk exploring the old mine? The compass sent you there, but you were after the void. You accepted you. I found a book. We were looting these strange ruins in a sea of clouds, and one of the lads dug up a tome, a passage that describes the Void Ark, a powerful relic called the Nullstone. A tomb scribed in the Malk Sorcerer, perhaps. Captain, would you happen to know the author of this work? The words are muddled by obscuring magic text, and 1,500 years have faded its pages. This is much remains illegible, but what my darling cutthroats and I could decipher suggests it written by a mage of exceptional status. See for your measure, and if the book is true, the Ark is a source of immeasurable power. With that ship under my command and the mysterious Zamak in my possession, I have thought to crown myself Queen of the Skies. And look what happened. Now, What matter of sky pirates, what matter of Queen can even keep his own crew alive? Would it be a credit to Sensumi you seek revenge against the voices who slaughtered our comrades? Of course I want revenge. That hellspawn shit killed my crew. If he was here right now, I'd gouge his eye and choke him to death with my We're not alone in your desire to bring an end to this abomination. Do not join us in the endeavor to secure peace for the skies. The way things right now, I doubt I could keep peace in a monastery. This was not to do with personal grudges either. I just don't have the men. All my best fighters died in the ruins, and the dregs are left are scarce scrap enough to be called talons. Did you leave your spine back in the ruins, brother? You had your wings clipped and no mistaken, but there are no reason to giving up a thought of we rescued a sky pirate, not some cur that tells his tale when the I know what you're trying to do, Edo. But I've lost my taste for glory. You can have the cursed book. Just be sure to make the bastards pay. How quickly do you think you can decipher the ratty old tomb? I need you to figure out exactly how your relics work. Then you see that one fiend sickly in fear, but that ain't enough from what you told me. You need to aim some of that obliteration if we're going to take on the Shadow Queen. You need paper Mario for this. The rest of you, for everything you got what you do best, and be that research or blade work, overdoing is such an if you get my meaning. My walls with voice in hand if I have to. The sky should belong to no one. No so bad hath fallen into mortal hands. Without apology, no diablos, I shall personally wring each and every one of the knots from your neck. The time for sulking in the shadows has ended. I am grown weary of these meddling vermin. Dragging wealth full, soon my advent desire shall pass from deep dream to dark reality. Santa sent me to find you. You have a proper knack for showing up at the right time, you know that. Wait, Kaiser has opened up the tomb that what I've got from Marina and has been studying all the Gnostian secrets. He thinks he has something important concerning Diablos and the Shadow Queen, but also that cat himself. Come on, back to the picture we all have here. We have to see what's good. The tomb was painted with marks of a superior standing, and well as detailed the methods by which its full power no stone might be unleashed. This page also contains a number of revelations concerning my master, High Void Mage Kaiser. If these histories are be trusted, then it seems Kaiser himself was responsible for summoning Diablos. I thought you said your master was opposed to supporting the war effort. Why would she be the one to call up that bat-winged monster? Only agree to the ritual as it means to bring the conflict to an early resolution. But what I can glean from the passages, Diablos was intended as a bluff, a threat that was never to be exercised. But those arrogant imbeciles ignored my master's carefully laid instructions and elected to unleash the fiend upon Amdapor. It was when Caesar moved to protest this act that she was branded a traitor and imprisoned. Others they had confined the opposition to avoid much to study all manner of otherworldly acts at the talent feet of their new pet. The most dangerous of which was the right of summoning Scrat and the method of chaining her power. And even after all those ambitious fools had the gall to come crawling to Caesar when the coming of the Great Flood was predicted, they begged her to take control of the Void Ark, the salvation of my people. And you saw for yourself how the energy of the Shadow Queen broke loose and turned the vessel into a derelict nest of void sand. It seems obvious now that the arts thought by Diablos was the only saving grace is in all this madness we have. The damned fiend was sealed away by the white mage of Ampator. I shudder to think what would happen if he'd been reunited with his queen. Now 1500 years, Diablos is looking to finish what he started. I thought the bat-faced bastard was just some opportunist underling, but it turns out he's the main villain behind the whole mess. When Caesar realized she would accept responsibility for unleashing Diablos upon the world. As a high void familiar, my duty to act in her stead. I have deciphered the secrets of the Nullstone, and with its daily power, shall erase Diablos from existence. I like his spirit, plus try not to rush too quickly. Getting yourself killed won't do us or your master any good. I won't rush in anyway just yet. Have you forgotten we're still in the middle of scouting out the fiend's lair? Oh bye, but who knows what kind of place it will lead us. How many demons be lying? We'll fly into our eyes open and risk. Two made mention a potential location for. Oh, they found us. I kinda wanna hit the smug guy, he was too smug. At long last. The world. Thou not knows of ruling. It is might with decide dominion. I believe where thou mayest, frail creature, you are plaything. Your screams of denial shall amuse me as I send this rock and all upon it shadow to the ground below. What? Where's that ship? She been hiding that ship? I would not die on my hand with falling flies. No stone is mine, and there is not much to be done. I don't know who beat you last time. You gotta run back. Oh, it lives in Bruce. I would look at the star excuse with Sky Pirate. I know the Rip Bill is his bad tech, but I only can trust it. You good? How's your pride? Well, in a lucky star, the two demons. And one day, I found some new dogs to lick your boots, Bedelia. Me? Is that the way anybody will come back to your life? You need allies, and persuading our recruiting fellow to join in common purpose is a feat only a woman of my charming beauty can accomplish. Besides, you look too injured to be of much use to anyone. You best take your bed out, old man, and let me and your champion there take care of the... What, so you can tuck tail and run the first time of trouble? You'd not even be standing if it weren't for me. Even with me arm bust up, I'm still twisted. I think you should stay behind this time, therefore. We must pursue Diablo throughout you. Time is of the essence, and we cannot afford to wait for you to heal. We must take advantage of Captain Magellan's reinforcement and proceed with all haste. Demon drop you on your head for a ball. Without me, the run thing, you end up getting in Kaiser's way, and no one's making haste anywhere until we know we're flying. may hold the answers to that dilemma. I suspect that the island where she uncovered Mach form is the very location where Diablos has chosen the lair. This floating marvel I speak of, natural concern, is constructed by the heaven of refugee of the floods. The tomb made a clear reference to the island's purpose and describing details of the voice and sorcery employed in this creation. As the Void Ark never arrived at its destination, however, the island remained uninhabited. I can imagine no more suitable hideaway for our scheming friend. In bed, Diablos will not be expected to suddenly arrive on a secluded doorstep. The Talon fleet will carve a path to the Lesser Fiend, and we shall swiftly into the heart of the confusion seize the Nullstone, and once the relic is secured, I will use it to obliterate the devilish foe. As a Sky Pirate, surely you must understand how much such a assault relies on speed and surprise. And we cannot have a wounded companion to slow us down, and potentially doomed it. Think you're in charge now, Oedipus? Poor broken letter, some debt weight, you need to cut away. You know what? I had a belly full of million in case. Go on, fly off at me, and see how far I'll get you without. Compare the direction to indicate on the exit with the navigation record. If you please, I think we need the coordinates. And feel free to board our ship. We should part. My darling, long enough accomplished your adventure and its fellow room to spare. Yeah. Unscathed. Captain, okay. But you don't need. That's just all you have to. Retreating from my sick bed like a good little pirate, promise. There's no way to be considered. Our haste is extent, considering the defense and extent of the Captain Rebel. Primary concern should be securing the freedom of the skies, not limping into almost certain death at the hands of voices, no matter how much he chafes at being the witch. Now since we're only took on content, the captain took it hard, but I think he knows it. We're doing the right thing, leaving him, aren't we? Acquired our splendid flagship after the Ishgarian saw fit to bend her. I fear she was tempted to match the airborne agility of a dragon enemy. The vessel never did live up to the expectation. When she passed it to me, we replaced all their improvements with structural reinforcement and made ourselves a flying fortress. Our stately always a pleasure, my friend, and how fortuitous that you should appear just when I'm in need of help again. Please hear me out. You see, my brother recently wrote saying that he wishes to meet me in the Oldal during the. However, the appointment hour has come and gone. I've been likely all day in the place of no avail. I'm beginning to worry. It's too much. My brother is a youth of 16 by the name of Nagi. He recently became adventurous. Sometimes he inspired he was little. Being an adventurer yourself, preside you should. That being said, it's necessary that you mean what we're here now. You know what, I suppose we split up in guardians. In our focus, I shall speak with those in the quicksand. After all, let us be. And he's doing some more. That says climb. I don't know if you trick. I don't know the way ahead, but. didn't say him, but last time he mentioned he's a curious one. Now, if he doesn't seem working as a team, would have been proud of that, really. If you're in business with Brent, best stay clear. The gas leads to biscuit. I haven't seen nothing. As a matter of fact, I've been rather busy. The interview went under Mistral, but under. I recommend you go see the man. He's at the gold. I trust that you want it. How might find him? Indeed, I have trusted him with a task. Therefore, all invite the novices with letters to express their gratitude and encouragement for another. All may push. Now, in order, I dispatched a truckable carriage. When he contacted me when a legal program a while ago, he said that they had emerged as possible on their way back. Given an hour, they should. I know it's caused a delay, but might have trouble to look after them. I would go myself, except I needed to clear the place. Well, the carriage was meant to pass through Blackbrush Station, so perhaps he could appraise anything else befallen to him. That's where you are. Let's go and carriage to the minstrels. That would be it. I suggested let's take ourselves to Black Station to try to search for a vicinity. Right. Man's coming out of the breath. Thanks to 12. Advance of clear men, they must have fallen on a truckable carriage. On guard, and he's solemnly outnumbered. Please, must help him. Actually, no. Got me. Awful gang, man. Alone. Oh, 12 witness you. That's on the street. Thank you. Sorry, I didn't come with this to rest. I'm not proper. I was quite surprised to learn that you. When I first arrived for registering as an adventurer and completing my first task, you kindly showed me the rope. I suspect that you were a great adventurer, but send your foes running without even drawing weapons. I have a long ways to go, embarrassing myself like I did. If I want sister's approval, I need to go stronger and be able to find my own side. My approval? The first things first. Kenan and I have delivery to make, otherwise, if you excuse me, we'll hurry back to Dolda. Let's head back. I had a mind to pay the Mistral a visit in any case. Just in a room. Perhaps she's alone I didn't trust. Makes me safe. So, what you said about making it in its own way on my mind. My friend, please am I enough? And it's informed me that they know of all the way matter. With this, we may proceed with the letter for us as planned. Sorry, I'm late, you see. What might become of the letters and Brendan. In that case, I was always useless. Allow me to thank you as well. That being said, my boy, you were far from useless. Your bravery defended the carried upon arrival. There is no need to belittle yourself so. Didn't rely on anyone, and you drove off to Ben without Mr. Look, I could not hold a candle to him. Like him, I will be able to deal with any problem with help. Otherwise, I can't claim the adventure worth the soul. All tell me you're working alone, even for a dangerous task. Adventure doesn't rely on others. If I'm to be a kind of adventure you approve of, I must be able to handle it. That's what you'll be, and I cannot consent to you being an adventurer any longer. Turn to the village and start over. When I became an adventurer. I'm working so hard to succeed, but to prove that I will take, but now you devoted grave misconception until you recognize what it is. I can in good conscience approve of your calling. If you can accept this, if you wish to remain adventurer, then you must win me over. And it begins with upon why you first embarked upon this path. I think of this. I feel about once we think have my question been posed to you? I have to see that, despite how it may appear, no one wants to see more than I do. Need to behave. After all, I know better than any how he works. Unless he changes his ways, however, he is like to die somewhere out of here. Even if he managed to stay alive, he would only know an arduous life. That's why he did not go out of my way to be gentle when addressing this one. If he was to just focus on what actually matters instead of his obsession about my approval and comparing himself to others. No matter what I do, I tend to support him in his life, after all, and no one else. Yeah. He has admitted if he establishes his own aspiration with his obsession, my approval, I cannot simply stand idle and watch. Low though I am to impose until my brother has found his answer. Might I trouble you to keep an eye on him? Please take this as a request as well. Every adventurer has been dangerous. It is more dangerous still to if I do not wish to continue on the cliff as a fellow adventurer, please thank you. On my related matter, I must pay a visit to Weaversfield, but I see you again. Excuse me. No, you may have to find them at Fair Exchange. I do not believe the Brexit transaction, and something drives him to behave, but is the adventure worth he on others? Lest you forget, adventurers help others who work their head. Refuse to accept help in the tournament is saddening. I'm sorry, but there is really something I should do alone. So it's nice to have someone to talk to. Like my sister bade me, I've been pondering why I choose to be an adventurer in the first place. I had looked after adolescence and looking. After our parents passed away, she was already a reporter by then, and her work took her to various places. From I heard her tales about adventurers and can admire them. Upon learning of a full tent of impending calamity, she took us to a village mountain where my aunt lived. Desperate times like these people need stories of hope. She used to say, I believe she wanted to remain in Gardenia and continue her work, but she left in order to keep me safe. I was a burden to her then, and I don't want to be a burden to her again. For that, I need to show her that I need others. That I am a capable adventurer who can handle himself. Unless I might, I still can't understand what's wrong with that. Well, when in doubt, I suppose I should do what adventurers do and gather information. It would be things to speak to others like my sister, people who aren't adventurers and are familiar with them. Of course, it was by Miss Modi. Her capacity of guest representative, she's bound to have some valuable time. I remember when I first came to this island, I was nervous wreck, but now the place feels like a second home. I came all the time for company, they make them look pretty. I served them drowning butter and honey. Sorry, not this time. Let's try Mr. Momodi. Of both you companions, eh? I was hoping to get your advice on certain matter. Develop as being an adventurer. That's an interesting one, I have to admit. I'm trying to figure it out, but I keep going around in circles. I thought you might be able to offer some insight. This is just a good feeling, but I reckon I understand what your sister's trying to say. I mean, suppose you fail to get your sister's approval. Would you simply give up being an adventurer, or would it all become meaningless? From this kind of here, I indeed seen of many an adventurer, each and every one unique, with dreams and destinations of their own. But in spite of differences, they all share coming, a reason for embarking upon their journey. What am I telling you what you choose? Keep the reason close to your heart, you hear. When did you become an adventurer? It's simple. I heard about adventure from my sister and became infatuated with the lives they led. Like them, I wanted to be able to see the world with helping those in need. Then isn't that enough? Your sister's approval or no, you have a reason all your own. I see now. At some point, my desire to prove myself kept by my own motive to bring. That's the mistake I want to recognize. What a fool I've been. Wanting someone's approval isn't wrong in itself, but it's nothing to do with why you're an adventurer. I suppose you're forced to do things what you otherwise do, trying to handle everything alone. Well, that's enough for me today. I said my piece. What you do now is up to you. Thank you for helping me realize, Miss Momodi. Think nothing of it. My job to watch over you all. Nothing makes me happier than you happier than. Damn it. Follow me. Feel free to bother. Does it? Or let's all search together. I cannot help but to do adventure with unfold concern. Soldiers are ourselves and we are not allowed to let us. We need us to take the opportunity to have a humble together with them. No, blue truck up. As a merchant, I had contact, but the friends. You see, I want to be a rebel, create a little. I gave you and turned enough profit. I want you to share with me your adventure with and I definitely. No matter where we go, I often tell you exploit, and it makes me proud of you how you met it. You meet again, my friend. At least I cannot overstate how much I've been focused. This couldn't that increase its drift to 5. Those like ourselves are limited to the scope of duties and we're not always in thus we need to take opportunity to express our heartfelt gratitude. This letter I pray that finds you. Very much has passed since you revealed the way hotels at the best room of your farm. Our lives will continue to be hard and every day brings new. Nonetheless, we have regained a semblance of that and tomorrow will be a better day and we'll believe in thanks to your expectation. Over the sounds of bird songs, the daylight of the moonlit on the trail. On to adventure aiding me, I am elated at how unlucky. Deep down, we're all simple adventure drawn into making discoveries. But this letter I hope to recruit a moment of. If you shall desire to munch heart, then I invite you to seek a drowning French and Simpsons to do. Levis at the cliff, do you know where she is? It's a weird because saying the abyss is there. Oh, she's very close. Anyway, I look for thank you. This I might have your copy now, guy. After all, I asked you to follow that's on full. I shall wish the ruby will exchange. And finally, my apologize has taken so long. So I want you to look. or assemble an escort for an expedition. Certainly sounds exciting. Sure, I was determined to not rely on others, but a part of me really wanted to be part of the expedition, to go where I did not sit alone. I decided that I will answer the invitation. This time you've given up on trying to do everything alone? Yeah, I wanted to prove to you that I'm capable, but I'm no longer a burden in my session. I lost sight of why I became an adventurer in the first place. See what lies beyond the horizon and helping and those I need. That's what drives me. I was able to remember that thing. Whether or not you approve, I will continue to adventure for my own reason. Didn't you just say you didn't need my approval? To be clear, I never actually intended to stop you. Want to tell me shortly before the calamity struck? Did you interview adventurers together? What were they like? What kind of places have you been? You never get sick of hearing about adventurers, do you? Never ever. When I grow up, I want to be an adventurer too. Fine, an aspiration of any. Do you know what kind of adventurer you wish to become? A hero in the tale? Not a hero. Adventurers are free spirits. I want to be the freest spirit of all. Yes. I will travel the world, meet lots of people, and visit. When I visit home, you can interview me as much. I don't help with approval. I cannot bear to see it, and in order to bring you to your senses, I may have spoken a little. As an adventurer, you experienced no small of hardship, but you chose your path, but you wanted to be free. So don't you let yourself be shackled by my expectation, be it your own or that of others, instead of taking things as they come. So as long as you are true to yourself and recognize your limits, you will surely find a way forward. And remember, not even the heroes can accomplish everything alone. Relying on others doesn't make you feel less a hero. If anything, the freer we are, the more we need to look out for one another. And that, I believe, is the essence, the beauty of adventure, which I won't forget this. When I expect you raring to answer the explorer's expedition. Take the initiative, yes? In that case, I shall give you the garments to you now. Meaning for you, thinking it was past time you had something better. For me, thank you so much, sister. The kind of adventure I admire, and I keep looking for. I couldn't have asked for a better person to watch over my little brother. I appreciate everything you've done for him, and look forward to meeting you again, be it for a story or something else. With that, we'll take our leave. Until next time. Safe and knowledge that we all be well. Time to rejoin the wandering mist. Instead of first journey, and it's usually simply the reason those reasons may become the lost to haze motive, causing us to find what truly matters. Just in time, if we can pardon, remember, it prompted us to take our first step. We always find the strength to next, and all will be fine. I'm certain. My thanks, keep an eye on you. A verse of a dream will those who see them all. Ah, man, not again. Oh, where am I this time? Gotta be worried. Like, does the world expects outside reality to be a dream, a flight fancy conjured by a wealthy weary mind? Perhaps, perhaps not. It's a pleasure meeting you, and in future I beckon to you to hear I might express my gratitude. 10 years have passed since the world was reborn from its ashes. Since we've things have happened in this time, I've had the pleasure of meeting many adventures along the way. To be told, it's always been easy. These are moments I wonder why I struggle to days. Days when I'm tempted to cast it outside. But of all, I've managed to carry on, and it is my thanks to my wonderful comrades and to you, our esteemed adventurer. I must have been regarded 10,000s of tales, and you share them with a smile. Even when it was with a frown, you tell me wondering. There's no exaggeration to see that I derive all my driving forces all from the bottom of my heart, I think. Nothing makes me happier than we. As you make your way, we promise that we'll never be at your side. Time you've come to visit and time your eyes to open and commercial dream. Each time I passed since the world was reborn from its ashes, countless souls have made place their home. I think one of them left mark. Together we will build the world, and since hope we shall continue to do so for many years to come. So please be safe. May you walk in the light of the crystal. Thanks, Yoshi. Peace. And happiness and respect. I hope you do so, my friend, and if you let me ears, I will. The morning of journey starts, still hope within our hearts. On a westerly wind, rivers song into the world where we belong. Boughs field a white earth sky, sunset storm a crimson fire, jewels a glitter on pitch black veil, a new dawn, so goes the tale. By the wind we carry on boldly towards a gentle morn, with memories as a guiding star, guiding our steps both near and far. Hello there. Eight is the bell. Where will you go? Who will you meet and who would you be? There's no telling what the future holds for anyone. It's come what I bid you. Never forget this. The bond you forge, the memories you make, the footprints you leave behind, that one day stir away. Pray to continue to walk your path wherever the journey leads. I shall be praying for your happiness. I'm doing fine, just doing some events. How are you? Memories share yet all as one of brave friends. Thank you for 10 years. I'm gonna try the dungeon. Unlock the Koopa Koopa Adventure minigame. Steps of knowledge. Why are you wasting energy? They are wasting overkill. Wow, he surprised me with those like eyesight. Yes, I did it! Haha! Let's do it, done and done. Yay! Alright. The area is still in FL. Hey ladies. Alright, you taking care of the fiend, have you? You haven't even... Yeah, that's really do it. Be careful, Captain Diablo, yet lurks in the shadows. Oh, what, round 2, huh? Oh, damn. Roasted cat. Finally, I've claimed the Shadow Queen's power for my own. Yet I'm still harried by your noisome weevils. I must need quiet this room for a time, or I've grown accustomed to my newfound might. I shall be reckoned for your insolence. It ain't time for napping, Fred, boy. You still got a job to do. Now or never! He got hit hard. I got the stick. Yeet. What's your strength? See his name, I'll unmake thee, Diablo. The masters will be done. center of generative power, though cannot unhinged. Should have known we were wasting our breath. The captain only heaved the siren as hard. And damn the coincidence. Told you. You'd be lost without me, didn't you? Look at you, puss. Getting knocked out of cold in the moment of glory. You weren't like getting another chance to honor your master's memory. You almost missed it. I suppose you pulled through at the last, and I give you that much. The Hurrah says, though I deem it quite an adventure to leave a post, I'm afraid I misjudged you. I was a fool thinking he'll live. I'd be surprised to consider you crashed your ship to avoid demon. How vexing, and once again be rescued by that. He better recover from his injury so we go back to hating each other on equal footing. Bear me to consider on the lecture. You all knew I would like to stay ahead of better than adventure. And I'd rather break every bone in my body than restrict my freedom to go as I please. Besides, all well, Diablos is dead and we're alive. I count as a victim of it. It's a pity it cost me Remil in doing it. I hope she rests easy on that island refuge. Alright, we did it. You Google our mess, I can always get me a new pair of goggles and a new airship. I suppose we'd be glad we didn't lose, else driving our head into voice. Now that we've taken back the skies, it's time for we've taken our leave. The talented Red Bills can kiss this brief alliance farewell, unless, of course, you're interested in my more permanent agreement. Your bootlickers might think your voice a silent, but it grates the ear to my heart. No, this is my first and last time we fly together. We begin back to being rivals the way it's always been. You're all very stubborn men, Red Bill. but you do well to remember, I always get what I want in the end. Step back to the quarters and see to the furball hurts. It's been a long bit. I was foolish. I demanded that Leopold remain behind, only to have him rescue my mission from sudden failure. A failure that would have made mock of your heroic efforts as well. You're too kind, but what words exist that can properly express my contrition? I know that you're how even to bring my plan. I should like to approach the captain, but he is the air of a man who seeks solitude. It is strange to see him so melancholy. Would it be a loss of the Ramil which troubles him? Nay, I shan't intrude upon his conception with clumsy question and bright platitudes. Let us leave him be for a moment. Pace, you slug guards. Let's see what I'm behind and get to rescue some talent. Captain is not very bold. Maybe fast that can enlighten us as a source of ask me, do you know the cause of the Is it because Ramia? Pray tell me if so. I cannot help to feel responsible for the vessel's destruction, but I would like to understand If you really want to understand, I suppose I thought how Captain was orphaned as a child, but as matters not, he was taken in by a high-born widow who raised him as her son. From what Leopold had told me, her adopted mother was kind, quiet, but due to some illness or other, she was rarely able to venture outside. Instead, she spent hours reading to her boy from a library stocked with books from faraway lands. Leopold cared for her as her malady grew worse by the day. He was there by her side when death finally carried her away to the dull halls. While she was alive, she never did ask much of him. Not long before she passed on, however, she wrung from one single promise, that he escape the comfort she had always endured, and live his life free as a bird. And as you like to guess, her name was Ramil. That her portrait there hang on the wall. I explained much. I was wondering as the origin of the vessel's naming. The Sky Pirate is the life Leopold chose for himself. I think he named his ship to Marina to say his mother would be there to watch over him all his ventures. Since when are you so loose-lipped about comrades? I ain't the habit of leaning on people's sympathies, so you all keep that tidbit yourself. And I thought I told you to see the furball's wounds. Look at your cape, it's tattered. Come. A scarf for me. That we give to her every new red bill. Ramil taught me of a new not protecting memories that are important. Having the strength to follow your path to make those memories in the first place. Seeing how determined you were to clean your master's slate, I said you'd fit. If you were thinking that the little airship meant all to me, then you'd be right. But I'd rather mourn a hunk of metal than lose them as a share. So let me get this straight. There are no need for apology. A Sky Pirate makes his choice and sticks with it. I laugh at him, as it seems I too bear both place and purpose now. I suppose I shall accept your offer. I'm yours to command, Captain. But here, your first duty is to join and here is a proper send-off. Well, it's about bloody time you two saw it. Honestly, Captain, you wouldn't mean to head over the rags. Let's get you two cleaned up well before you see. He's gone. You see, Kaiser is wearing red bill scarf. It's 15th century I wandered dark and alone. To be surrounded by companions gave a new heart to call home. I had almost forgotten it was possible. The airship can use now, unless he feels free to build a new one. Let's escort you down to Coldwind. That was some adventure, and our journey is over. And now, the sky's been open to mystery. I'm coming to find you. After all, there ain't no one else who handles the unexpected quite like you do. I ventured in hasty rush to danger. Surely in life there is no great reward. That cat still creeps me the hell out. Happy and oh, the cat fell off. We'll go back. Yours alliance at a petition. This ought to be someone. There is one problem. I don't know much experience in conducting interviews. Eventually, I doubtless visit you to thus I will ask you to see if remember afterwards I will interview you as well. Your troubles I am expecting to encourage you a collaboration. Please help me with my biography and make it up. Again, please come with me to travel eastbound as a place. What was that? Well, one day I was told you were dependable with sensitive. Came back to arrange for the opposite mortal flame. However, we'll see a bit of by great back. Okay. From a small village burned down and plunged. Those who died were laid to rest, my parents among them. A hardy and uncommon tale, the dead primal emerged from Salma. He unleashed a fiery devastation across the length of the weather. As far as much flame has scarred the realm, but quickly turning just another event. Beyond the occasion given thanks to Archon, that Eorisa was saved. People's spirits little thought. Then when you lost so many loved ones, it's hard to feel that anything was saved. That's why I wish to know more about Luis. But learning about his heart and your salvation, I hope that I will attain closure. That's what my wish. Now then, in preparation for the interview, let's review with some of the subjects. It's difficult to define exactly what the Seventh Planet was set in motion. Many experts, however, claim the Erosion Meteor Project, which thought to bring download down upon Eorisa. Here, hitting in the sky, seeking to combat an Imperial Louisa forming, also known as Professor with. So its members are the circle unites nations over the common cause. There was always a formation of sharing companies, three states, Mortal Flame, the Order of Canalda, and the Maelstrom. None of these would exist now if not for the situation has come ahead. Lucian himself made a journey to Aeor's engaged with ancient nations that took place during the time by sea colonization. Men were due to this continent of the uniform adventurers. Apparently, Louisian assisted from meeting at a place of high ridge northeast. Time more, time less now. Let's make our way there. That was this person. I'm actually not agreed, and the writer who made the press. I told you for an interview. They're taking enough to take the time out of your business. Come now. I need to think like everyone. I hold Louisa in the highest esteem. We should know more about him. Or he doesn't always Aubrey is always good for life. My understanding is that you deal with this very secret button. As you know, the contemporaries were formed into the circle of knowing. This wasn't enough until Dharma began to turn instead as Louisa first appeared. It began with the word that elderly Ellison had come to Gridania, who held the key to vanquish Primal. Upon learning this, I sent an adventurer of the Three Brigades to make contact with him. The latest learned of the Maelstrom and the Order had done very the same as for that time. Our companies were yet collaborating, each one only thought to stay ahead of the other. It is true that at first we didn't think much of Luis, knowing that he was the leader of a scholar who studied particular prophecy, but when the adventurer reported back our opinions and details. The spoke illusion has appeared, opened the way to life is and by the hand of dauntless adventurer, the Lord of Inferno was being low. Alas, many persuaded that detail that reported that countless corpses they spew in the bowl of ember. Now the mission can also be a shocking revelation. Grand Barrier of the fifth vision appeared and told the adventurer that the hour of reckoning was at hand, and that Damod would soon fall and cleanse the land. Then he realized that the Empire was behind the Red Moon anomaly. Since you came to be aware of the Meteor's project, still, it doesn't seem like you had much to act upon. As you say afterward, we scrambled to learn all we could about the project. For our blessing, we had a cooperation from the Garland defector, said Garland, whom you know well. He was revealed the details of the project as he utilizes his transmission power to pluck downward from the heaven, all for the purpose of purging us savages from the realm. I could continue telling him no, but now at this time there is someone better suited than I am. If you're interested, I would pay a little individual what you say you. On that, we need to speak with that person, Kenan. I said we would not. If you take it for yourself, or pull a false, I will arrange a meeting there. You go such lengths to help us, I can't see how grateful I am. I said, I hold you to the highest esteem. You were the one who brought the three nations together. Nothing would please me more than to thank you, Emperor. As for Tentacles, I pray that the coming I have another promise. Come, let us head to Gudania. Arkan has. That's why a beautiful place now then. First, yellow. I was told that we wish to learn about the lieutenant who should be joining them. The champion goes, well, I am Lieutenant with the Order of the Twin Elder. So thank you for sparing the time to speak. Think nothing of it. I must say though, that Lieutenant Aldrich is the perfect spot for the subject matter. Spent so much time in this reminisce here in the days before the calamity, we go down and begin to somewhat reserved by nature at first as the citizens kept their distance. And people warned to him, he personally leaned the ear to their troubles, feeling hurt and often counsel, to gradually earning their trust. To ignore the plight of those one might truly save it with not wisdom, is indolence. Both those words are yet to live up to them. He was the epitome of Australian sages, and I recall myself being moved. Shortly after we become aware of the meteor project, the hamlet of Puerto were attacked by the primal god, Primal Garuda. Both students were among the casualties. The Order of the Twin moved to vanquish the primals, but not were alone. Though Louisiana's meditation, we had support not only to our sister Grand Company, but capable adventurers of the realm both sides. Using an artificial known as a vortex feather, the Archon opened a way within benevolent Stellar-Force Garuda's termless domain, where they felled a fearsome being. Upon her defeat, however, the primals dispersed. Ether did not return to the land. Instead, it was absorbed into Red Moon Dharma. When the Empire constructed a new base in Mordana, the Elder Sidseer, in need for decisive action, and put forth a proposal, the formal reformation of the Ares Alliance, which had for so long lain dormant. The initial response for the other nation was lukewarm at best. They felt that the burden to be borne by each was accessible, and they were loath to do wrought that would place them at disadvantage against their rivals. The relationship to the transmission has been erected, the Imperial based upon a change of heart. The Tower of Dama descendants, yet it could be destroyed. Then the meteor project was formed. After having constantly been on the back foot, our nations were the motivated of joining him, and we might strike a decisive blow against the enemy. Thus, the Eurasian Alliance informed as a circle of knowing has hope. Lucia was asked to join the alliance as a tactician, and in the capacity he proved sage counsel to our head of state. So although he was history as a warner, entered our trust to pave the way from enduring cooperation. And we would have been perished in divine, we owe it with death. Now then, I suspect you might be interested in hearing some about the operation of the... But for that, I would recommend you seek another, a decorated soldier who was actually a part of the... Although a hardened warrior, she is quite friendly, so I would be good with his experience. I'll send one on your behalf. I shall see that you expect it will take your leave. And success. Helpful, I dare say hope. I see Moonshine has quite an influence on others. The interview goes right inside into this kit, and I'm eager to see what the... let us head to Ligma Lamosa. Wait a minute, are we listening to all the... Oh no, the Elalafels? That was so high. You must be not just rather say Ricky as service. I understood you wish to hear about the operation. Indeed, I am penning a paragraph of you see for which interviewing people you are dealing with. I truly appreciate your time. You're very welcome. I'm glad to assist even if it's a request for Lieutenant Foy. Aye. And then to continue where he left off. It was shortly after Eorze's alliance was formed, our scouts returned with the word of Velt Legion have activated the lunar transmission to the fortress of Modana. Now we know in the 17th century the fortress was originally called Castrum Novum, before the 14th restored and renamed it. And it was in the order to break through the fences and destroy the transmitter that the three nations joined hands. We were determined to succeed. The strategy originally proposed was elegant in its simplicity. While our main forces drew the Gaulians' attention, while seized the elite band of adventurers were to infiltrate Castrum and make from our objective. We've entrusted. As of now, we entrusted them with the fate of Eorzea. I still remember the operation as it was yesterday, though we met fierce resistance. But we still have, no matter what the cost, we have to ensure that the advantages have. Then, when the messenger was arrived at the bend where they succeeded, it still makes my heart soar to recall the moments of triumph. We learned that by staying together, the people of Eorzea could oppose even the might of the Empire. There's no exaggeration to say that the victory paved the way for Eorzea. Without it, it would not have been an Operation Archon. It wasn't it was all that time. But we destroyed the transmitter. Nail appeared and claimed he is no longer needed a device to bring down Dharma, that he had the power to do so. So long as Valentin lived, the third of Eorzea remained, though branding him an enemy of all Eorzea, all life of Eorzea. The Nation Alliance undertook a desperate manhunt. At length they located him in Curtis, and sent their greatest warriors to hunt him down, leading to a formidable band of adventurers who were called the Warrior of Light. Though no records remained of the fierce encounter, one thing certain, at all battle conclusion, Nerva was brought low. As you know, however, our woes did not end there with the White Raven. Louisa and his temple determined that Dalmor would continue to fall. The last effort to prevent the Circle of Knowing issued a request to the Eurasian Alliance to secure Sundance Flat where the Red Moon was expected to crash. It was not a simple task, for the entirety of the villain had mass attachment, but it was necessary to order the ritual to stop Dalmor, a ritual that invoked the power of the 12. But it was the Battle of Curtis that was joined, and dare I say, you know how the tale continued. Everyone shut the elder Prime Bahuma emerged from Dalmor and proceeded to unleash his fury upon the realm. Aye, though all bore witness as Lucifer initiated the ritual, none remember what came past afterward, neither what happened to Bahuma or know why the realm was reborn. Realm reborn, I get it. The haze have affected memories of the calamity, but people remember events prior to the moment, yes? If so, do you know if anyone near Luisno during the battle, someone who may have spoken with him? If someone were near him, I'm afraid I don't know. I was atop the rise of the ritual while I was a good distance away from the front lines. My apologies. No, please don't apologize. You shared a wealth of information and I couldn't have asked more. But if you're satisfied, then so am I. With that, I shall return to my duties. I look forward to reading the biography when it's finished. Yes. Oh, forgive me, I was in deep thought. I have managed to learn a great deal. There is more that I want to know. May I trouble you to accompany you no longer? Me a little longer? If you're willing, please let me know. We'll continue accompanying then? Wonderful. Let's head to the Drowning Wench to discuss our next move. Our research proceeds apace. We've earned now things in the literature. Based on what you have heard from the interviews, where's your opinion on Louis? But the way of light his companies have come out with himself. What struck me now is how grateful the interviewer was to Lucien for bringing the other nation together in corporate. It has nothing short of a necessity for us. Yet in knowing this, I have came but wonder. In the capacity of detached, it seems to me that he has done more than enough by devising a plan. He's been far beyond that, risking his life and limb for the front line, a land not his own. Perhaps he needed to be there for the ritual. Perhaps he felt a sense of duty. Even so, as noble as his desire was, what good is it to you and of sacrificing yourself? What was it that compelled Louisa to go to Cardinal, and what went through his mind as the battle unfolded? In order to do this, his biography justice, I have fear I need to know these things. If Louisa has people near him at the time, perhaps he shared words with them at the moment. But where do I begin to search? Friend, just so happens I know a bloke who serves among. Oh, nice. Really, you know a man who is what? I'm aware of this fact here, Monsieur. Why do you want to speak with him? Louis says, okay, in that case, I reckon the bloke will be willing to cooperate. Our governor's name is a lieutenant. After that calamity, turned adventurer as a great common folk. Maelstrom officer turned adventurer. We most keen to speak with him. Where will we find him? We're on the other day to pay business with Morbida, yet but we're in a debt. We can't let this chance pass by. Let us start off. Alright, so on a hideout, we should ask what he looked like. His name is familiar, but nothing for it. But inquire. Let's split up the test and meet him again. But I only started helping out here, filling the customer's name. When you see the previous chapter, the man did come earlier appeared to be an adventurer. He bought an nephilim and I was looking for oak. I don't know, I'm afraid. I did walk to an unfamiliar fellow Joe over the mark spinner. He had a flower in his hand. What happened? I spoke with him earlier. He said he wanted to buy flowers, so I took him into a vendor. So there you are. What have you learned so far? He had some flowers in his hand. A man who bought Ilya and went to the mark. Might be able to find him. Let's go. Your partner, but are you Lieutenant I haven't been a lieutenant for years, but hey, that's me. What can I do for you? I've realized it's sudden, but then I want to hear my account as someone who near the world light who led us to victory of Operation. Very well, I will tell you that. Now begin. Where to begin? As you know, the battle was fought over the land where Dalmud was expected to fall. In the beginning, neither side was able to gain the upper hand, but when the Imperials deployed their magic armor, our ranks were thrown into disarray. The charge were protecting Louisa like me could only watch as the country from far. Though our forces managed to hold our thanks to the adventurous contingent, we sustained grievous casualties. But the real tragedy wasn't its fault. As Dalmud hurled toward us, it began shredding fragments of itself, beginning to finally bursting open and unleashing the primal Bahamut. As below looked back, the battle completely was forgotten. Bahamut took wings and spewed fire all over the land. Men, magic armor alike, were set ablaze and sent flying like so many insects. I only realized that I stopped breathing when the commandant's voice broke with him. "You've done enough," Louisa told us. "Now fly and save yourself." But like my fellow guards, I wanted to remain. I couldn't charge into battle besides my comrades. who was my duty to protect them to the last. But seeing him standing not making a move, Luisa smiled and said, "If you would give your life to protect something, then protect my hopes. Every soul who lives to determine their own fate is a source of hope, brilliant and brilliant. So live, and I bid you, and be among those who beat the light for the others to follow." Those words have awakened great purpose. If there was hope in my living, then I would live as Luisa bid. No matter what, I would survive, and so together with my fellows, I began making my retreat. Alas, we had gotten far when the explosion erupted, leaving us struggled to my feet just in time as an enormous menacing silhouette of Bahamut looming over Luisa. Last instant, knew was enveloped in light, and that was the last I remember him. Amidst the light, he looked to me smiling, but he was thinking in that moment. I could say but one thing was that we all of us are alive thanks to him. Following the calamity, it was reported that Louisiana had defeated Balmor and set the land of creation. True? So who lives to determine their fate. We learned to fulfill a belief. The belief that Luisa was not an all-powerful savior one reads about in tales, merely an ordinary man. That man never forsook Arena. No, he stood in the realm till the last. He had encountered brave soul and saved it from the becoming a scorched waste. Against unimaginable adversary, he fought and at the cost of his life, paved the way of a bright future for us all. At the least I can do in return is tell his story, spread his message that where there is life, there is hope. Thank you for your account. I believe I found an angle where I'm truly grateful. Would you could offer a prayer that the light of hope which you preferred shall ever burn brighter? Who lives in that? After being saved from all that decided to become an adventure, it's better that honor whose legacy that laid. During my travel, I often hear tales. I'm glad to us all. Nay, I owe you my thanks for giving me the chance to share Luisa's words. All these years I've been avoiding speaking about the moment of passing out of respect. I bet I would not do that to take our tale to my grave. So the biography, or we hope to. Now then, if you excuse me, I shall resume my pilgrimage to the mark. Wherever your travel takes you, I shall be praying for your safety. As Luisa stood in the center, I wonder if he's like us. Anyway, the interviews have yielded everything. I really hope that. Come to and I'll reward you for the. I've truly, but I have truly seen the interview. How fortunate we can hear those who lived the faithful times. Where my mind questioned, the biography is beginning to shape up the mind. Also, feel free to We still was fall simply as the one of us. He made an ultimate sacrifice that hope might endure. This have come to us, thanks we appreciate. Now then, let us not last but not least, I'd like to ask you your thoughts on something. According to for a moment, as he developed, what do you imagine he held in his mind? As a parent, I'm filled to remember your words. Sadly, it is time for us to part ways. I set to work on a draft and I won't punishment. Thank you all, and I couldn't have. Thanks for all your help.